Hey guys, I'm Jason Creel and you're watching The Lawn Care Life. I wanted to talk to you about something I did in my business this year that maybe you'll agree with, maybe not, but I actually am taking a slight step backwards financially with the hope that I'm going to be able to take 2 steps forward next year. Let me explain. Stay tuned. I want to point out the links in the description to both Jobber and Jobber Academy. Jobber is a lawn care software that you can check out at getjobber.com, and Jobber Academy provides helpful resources, videos, articles, things like that. So check out those links below. What do I mean? I took a step backwards this year. Am I turning down business? I give up some of my customers? No, I didn't do any of that. That does not sound like a good idea to me. But what I did do was expand to a second truck this year, and you know what, that is probably going to actually cost me money on the bottom line at the end of the year as opposed to what I could have done. So I got caught in a sort of in-between stage that I think maybe some of you can relate to this year. I knew at the end of last year, I was like, you know what, if things continue on the trajectory they're going on, this next year I'm going to have more work than I can handle. Okay, and that's good, but I don't want to turn business down, you know, so I'm like, well, what do I do? Same time, I wasn't going to have enough work to justify hiring somebody full-time. So it's like, well, what do? I either have to get somebody part-time, have to subcontract some of it out, I have to turn down work, maybe I go up on my prices and scare some customers off. You know, what am I going to do? Well, let me tell you what I decided to do, and I kind of thought through some of those options. Specifically, at one point I thought about contracting some of the work out, and what the advantage of that would have been, I could have just stuck with one lawn care truck and not had to go purchase another truck. But I actually decided to go ahead and get a second truck after I talked to people and made that decision. And you know what, that's a significant expense involved with that. Me doing weed control and fertilization. I bought the truck and then I bought another sprayer, and the problem is that truck is only really out there in the field making me money about 1 day a week. Now, why is that? Well, I don't have enough work to justify hiring somebody full-time. I mean, I don't want to hire somebody full-time and not have anything for them to do. So I found somebody who has a full-time job but is able to work 1 day a week, and that's actually a good fit for what I was looking for and for what they were looking for as well. The problem is, you know, that truck is not, I'm not only able to pay for like 1 day a week's use out of it. I had to pay for the full truck. I had to pay for the full spray tank. I had to pay full insurance on that truck. So this truck is costing me the full amount, but I'm only really getting the benefit from a business standpoint 1 day a week from that. And you know, I got to thinking about it. You know what, I could have probably made it this year if I would have just worked like crazy 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. Maybe I could have survived this year on my own just with one truck, and you know, let's just see if I can make it, and then next year hire somebody. But it was very important to me to be able to go ahead and make that jump. Let's just say I have a really good year this year and I get a lot of customers coming in. I'm prepared to take on several hundred more customers this year, and I don't think I'm going to get several more hundred customers, but I would rather be over prepared than under prepared and panicking because, oh, I've got all these people calling and there's no way we're going to get to the work. So I really found it important to me to be able to go ahead and make that jump to get a second truck up and running, because at the end of the day, I knew that's where I'm trying to take my business, to have multiple trucks. And if I don't ever get to 2 trucks, how am I going to get to 3, 4, 5? You know, so point is, I've got added expenses and I'm not getting the full benefit out of the second truck. And at the end of the year, I'm probably gonna actually make less money this year than if I would have just went out there and did it all myself. But my thought is, and my hope is, that next year that I have transitioned halfway into a second truck this year, next year I can go full time with a second truck and have 2 trucks going, and that'd be a big step forward with my business without having to take on any more expenses, because look, I've already got the truck, the sprayer. I'm just trying to fill up the route that truck was purchased to run on. Hey, give me your thoughts. What do you think about this? I know we talk about sometimes some people want to stay solo, some people want to grow bigger. Listen, there's not a right or wrong answer. I'm trying to make the best business decisions for the business that I'm trying to operate. But I always like hearing from you guys. I say always. Usually I like hearing from you guys. A couple of you that leave harsh comments, you know, I just delete them and move on. So if you hadn't done so, subscribe to the channel. And here's some suggested videos popping up on your screen now. Thanks a lot.